All right.
Jordan Beer is Jolene's cousin. 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 Jordan Beer is
All right.
Jolene's cousin.
You don't have a seat if you want. We need to talk about various motions and scheduling. So I had just received what was the amended 19th motion in limine. I couldn't find motions 1 through 18, which sort of got me a little nervous.
Well, as Your Honor may recall, we had some discussion previously about trying to sort of address these motions in limine amongst ourselves initially.
Right.
So all 18 have been provided to the state. They had not been filed yet to see if there's things we could essentially work out. We could just agree to without having to bring it to the court's attention. The state has not, we have not had an opportunity really to discuss which of those will be non-contested. This one, however, certainly is contested. Obviously, it's in conjunction with a motion to exclude this witness that the state has just listed some 20 working days before trial, expert witness that we're very concerned about.
Okay. So right now, the only thing I have to consider would be your amended 19th motion in limine, as well as, I guess, it's sort of a related motion to strike the witness for late disclosure. Is that
Motion to exclude state's witness due to discovery violation. There's also a motion for a more definitive statement of particulars, asking the state to identify the murder weapon in this case.
So we need to get those scheduled. And do you anticipate anything else being filed in the near future? Because honestly, we've got to get these set, and I'm probably going to hear these next week at some point. The ones that I know that you have filed that I need to consider. Next week's a good week to do it. And candidly, we're starting to run short of hearing time between now and the end of the month with holidays and trial week and myriad other motions and stuff that are already set in other cases. So,
Well, the state did file 3 motions in limine that I don't imagine there, at least 2 of them, I don't imagine we're going to be challenging. One, there may be an issue. So those would probably need to be addressed as well.
well, here's what I'd like you to do. Between now and next, when we have the hearing, we'll schedule it out right now, just a minute. You guys just need to meet and confer and be able to tell me, 1, we're in agreement with this, number 2, we haven't gotten to this yet, and number 3, we're not in agreement and we need to hear this. You need to hear this as well. We need to start nailing all that now.
Okay.
As we head towards the jury selection in this case. So as far as scheduling goes, for next week, actually, let me pull up my calendar. I can make it work most afternoons next week. There may be some things. My preference next week would be Wednesday afternoon, mainly because I don't have anything set. I don't have to move anything around. But I could be talked into another day if that's going to prove problematic for counsel. So I don't know if you're speaking or for the defense, or Ms. Stopp wants to weigh in, or Ms. Thurston.
I think Wednesday, we already had actually a meeting set up, amongst ourselves for this case, so that Wednesday afternoon is clear for us for a hearing. And actually, I think I would personally prefer that as well.
So it'll be the 3rd. So Ms. Thurston, what about you and your folks?
We can do it then. I've got something scheduled, but I can rearrange it.
Okay, well, let's do this. I'm going to block off at this point 1 to basically, I'm just gonna block off the afternoon. All right, I'm just gonna put it for Kessler motion and other matters. Right now, the only thing I've got is just the statement of particulars issue, as well as the 19th motion in limine and the motion to strike, which all pretty much legal arguments, from what I can tell. It may take an hour, but if we need to expand on that, it will be available. All right, so I'll ask you guys if you could please meet and confer and let me know by the close of business on Monday any additional motions or matters you want to add to Wednesday. And there may not be any, but if there are, I want to know about it at least 24 hours in advance so I can review everything. So, yeah, just I appreciate the approach you all were taking with sitting down and seeing if you can agree to some of those evidentiary matters without having a hearing, but let's make a decision one way or the other so I can at least get to them. Okay?
Certainly, and I'll speak with Ms. Thurston once we have some idea. I'll go ahead and file the motions, I suppose, and we can just tell you, we can identify which ones, right? We need to.
All right. Anything else on your end? There's one thing I want to address, but I want to hear from you all as to anything else we need to consider today other than the schedule.
Nothing from the state.
I guess there was the issue, I don't know if we need to address it then, about her appearance. I don't know, is that something that needs to be heard there, or do you want to wait till?
I think we should wait
Okay.
on that. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking as far as her appearance, but we can address that.
Okay.
Okay. One of the things I want to circle back on the questionnaire that you all provided. I don't have any problems with the questionnaire whatsoever, except for the last question. Okay. The last question, I believe, was, I think it's something along the lines of, have you formed an opinion about this case? Clearly a permissible area of inquiry and critical area of inquiry for both sides and the court. However, I would prefer it not to be asked in a questionnaire. A questionnaire that people can sit around and think about, and I think it's something that you need to just address that once you have the basic information about what their knowledge is of the case, and address it directly when we're in jury questions. Okay.
Yes, Ms. Saab, did you have any response to that?
We're just waiting on the state's additions to the questionnaire so that we can finalize it. I assume will be incumbent upon us to bring the copies and the writing utensils for the venire on the day that they're gathered, since we're not going to send it out with the jury summons.
Yes, but they're going to be, and I know I assume you talked with Mr. Townsend about sort of the rough outline that we're talking about doing.
We were scheduled to talk yesterday, but we have not.
You're going to be in groups. I mean, they're going to be in waves, okay? So you're not going to have to give them 300, 400, whatever questionnaires out at one time. And they'll be in waves, and you'll be able to get the questionnaires to them and have them fill them out, and you'll be able to read them, and because you're not gonna have to read 100 or 200 at a time. And really the questionnaire that you provided to me, I thought was really ideal. I mean, I had 10 questions. I didn't like the last question asked to the jurors in that format. I just want you to ask them that individually in person, but the way the questionnaire that you had, I think is actually quite good. It's what I had in mind. There may be some additions from the state, but it just gets them talking about their knowledge of the case, and you guys can follow up with your questions and have a good idea, whether or not that's going to result in a cost challenge. Okay, So are you planning on adding anything to that?
Maybe,
Okay.
it wouldn't be much.
Well, if you could let us know by Wednesday when we're here, but right at the fence now, then they can see whether they've got any objections to it. As you know, I sent the timeline out to you all about when the summons are going out and that type of thing. So that'll be happening in so. Okay.
Very good.
And Judge, one other thing, we'd like to get the list of the jurors who are summoned when that list is developed.
Sure, you you can have that, it's what you're gonna want is, not, obviously you don't want the list of everybody that's summoned, okay, because some of those people will be immediately eliminated because they don't qualify, they're over the age of 70 or whatever, just the basic qualification questions that we always ask in any case. So, but once we get the panel of X amount of jurors that we're gonna need to start the questioning, 300-400, whatever it is, we'll give you that list, obviously.
Judge, I'm asking for it in advance. I'd like to have it as soon as the clerk sends it out.
So let me make myself clear. You will have it in advance, okay? You will have it well in advance before you get to the courthouse for jury selection.
Misunderstood, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying after the panel had been questioned.
No.
Okay.
At all. I mean, Mr. Town, it's, when we pick regular juries up here in regular cases, they have them at least a day or so. And there was a little mix up at first, but you guys we give them out, at least a day or so. And we'll be able to provide that to you probably a little bit more advanced than that, okay?
Which I don't think that's a significant time unless, we need the time to run criminal records checks on potential jurors. And that is something that we need 2 or 3 weeks to do.
All right, Mr. Townsend, I'm gonna give it to you in advance, all right? I promise you'll have it in time to run whatever background you need to run, okay?
And I'll also follow the clerk's office to see how soon. I'm sure they would be able to tell us as soon as the automatic disqualifications are done, that they would know the list.
Yes, and we will screen some, pre-screen some for hardships, because when they fill out the qualification information, there's a section there for claimed hardships. If somebody's telling us, I'm gonna have surgery, one of those days during the week, and obviously they don't need to come in here and waste your time or state's time to, for a hardship challenge. And they've sworn under oath they got a surgery, then we're probably just gonna excuse those types of folks as well. So we will do that initial screening, and then we'll draw the number of jurors that we need to draw, and as soon as they turn up the list, you can have it, okay?
Yes, sir, thank you, Jim.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing from the state.
We do, well, one more thing. We've been dealing with this disclosure of this expert witness just from 2 days ago. We do anticipate there will be another motion dealing with a Daubert challenge. We hope to have that done today. We feel like we can have it definitely done by tomorrow.
We depose the witness?
No, sir. We just learned of this witness 2 days ago.
Mhm.
We've been scrambling. Here we are just days away from trial, and state gave us a report that's 2.5 years old. So it's put us in a tough spot. We've tried to hustle to respond as best we can.
Well, prepare the Daubert motion if that's, I asked the question more in terms of, are you able to even do that now? Because you haven't deposed the witness, that was really the question.
We think just based on the report itself, we certainly have a challenge.
Okay. Well, then we'll see if it's filed by Wednesday. We won't have a Daubert hearing Wednesday. If it's filed by Wednesday, we can talk scheduling on that, depending if it's necessary. otherwise I didn't like your other motions. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Sott?
No, nothing from me, Your Honor.
Nothing else.
Steve?
Nothing, sir.
All right, then I'll see everyone Wednesday at 1 p.m. and that's November the 3rd. Just again, I ask y'all to meet, confer, and what, if anything, your attention matters. If there's something you want to have argued, please, if at all possible, at close of business on Monday, let me know. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
all right, thank you. That'll conclude the hearing.